just like me right now. My mind, like with the example I gave last night about reinventing. Okay, so a part of my capacity has been emptied out, but now it's resorting back to a business state of mind. Okay, see that's a decision to make. Do I open, you know what I'm saying, do I open it up to small business entrepreneurship incorporated, because then that's what's going to spill. I'm gonna start correlating everything with that. See, that's the same thing, society, people, individuals, you have that same decision when you start clearing your mind and having the capacity to take on something else. That's the issue. It's like, okay, you've already, at a certain age, your mind gets hardwired, hot-wired to a way of thinking. Remember I told you about the pillars. Okay, you gravitate towards pillars. Redefining. When you're redefining yourself, okay, you got something in the wheel well that you want to pursue. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to keep this type of mentality all the time? Do you want to be thinking about this subject all the time? Do you want to, do you want to get to this specific place and stay there and be content with that? Okay. Do I want to get into different issues that's plaguing the world? See, all that is shit you have to think about. Just in everything. Without me saying, see, right now I'm trying not to get back into talking about platforms. And I'm not trying to get into talking too much about the woes of society. You see what I'm saying? Because I did a lot of that on the Bone Funk. I don't want to get into that. That's everything. That's life, period. That's the individual, and those are decisions you have to make when you get to a specific, level. Okay, buying. Now I get something. Okay, just like I tell them, some people, they not gonna be able to say, well, yeah, I can, I make this conscious decision to change. Well, you're not going to be able to change. You're not the one for that position of change. You're not gonna change. Don't worry about it, it ain't your fault. What the problem is gonna be is when you tell yourself you wanna change, when you know you can't change because you can't help yourself, and then you move over here, and all it takes is what they call not a catalyst, but a bing. It take a bing, and you resort back to how you were. That way of thinking. That's the issue, and that's the problem. So just keep it simple. Like I said, no, you're not the one. You're not gonna change. As soon as you get going in you're not gonna be the one to change, and you're not gonna be the one to erect change in somebody else. But what happens is, the way you are, you grab somebody else, because you gravitate towards what you know, who you feel comfortable with. We all do it. Boom, 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 boom. See, so sometimes it might be better for you to be by yourself, so you can work through it and move that pace slower and let change come to you. You see what I'm saying? Let change come to you. Yeah, it's just a slow process. But to understand what you can and can't do, what you have the power to do. You don't want it. Some people, they don't care about being messy. They'll just take it, and it's like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna get over here, and they just be messy. And they don't care. You know what I'm saying? They'll rock with that. They'll accept that. Okay, well, everybody don't have to. Hold on, let me set this up. So I'm saying, that's why everybody don't need to be the ones talking about I'm gonna be the one to make change. No, you might not necessarily be the right one to make change. You might not necessarily be the right one to make change, because you might change it back to the way it was. You know what I'm saying? You might change it right back to the way it was. It'd just be a slow progression back to how it used to be. Right? See, so even me, I gotta make constant decisions about things like that. What would have happened if I continue with this, thinking I'm gonna change it, and I just spend all this time and it doesn't change. Right? Issues, decisions that take time, that you need to have the capacity for, so you can work a lot of it out up here, so you don't make the mistakes out in the real world. It's simulation. You see what I'm saying? You know. So, you know, like I said, that conversation on the bone phone, it's like, you know, I'm like, you know, it's just a lot of shit that I would not have done. It's a whole lot of shit I would not have done. So then, I look at myself and say, man, I'm not, I'm not a bad individual. I did some crazy shit. Not a bad individual. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a whole bunch of shit I just wouldn't have done. Because I don't see the proper solution if I'm gonna be confined and can restrain what I could do. See, and that's society as a whole. That's like everything we do. And I hate using words that have consequences, and I hate using words like karma. See, words like karma and consequences, you giving somebody power and authority over you. You giving somebody too much power and authority over you when you come in talking about words like that's karma and repercussions and all. See, that's too much power of attorney over your mind, body, and soul when you use words like that. It's just certain things you don't even want to be saying no more. It's just certain things you just don't want to. You just don't want to do. You just don't want to do, right? Find another way. See what I'm saying? Find another way, because the problem is going to keep repeating itself, and I'm going to always fall into that problem. See? Okay, see, you done got bound up to what you can't do. Okay, but now here you done gave somebody power of attorney over your mind, body, and soul. You run around here talking about karma and all this old shit. Now you got this straitjacket on. You can't do shit. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna keep falling into that same pitfall. You're gonna keep hitting that same setback. You know it's there, but now you didn't let a motherfucker put that straitjacket on your shit, and you can't do nothing but fall in it. They know you're gonna fall in that pit. There ain't no other way for you to go. You can't go around it. You can't jump over it. They got you there. Sure. You ain't gonna do nothing but fall in that pit. So what the hell? There's certain things I would not have done, because there is no maneuverability around it for me.